Maybe you are in the situation when you are considering some big decisions in your life and you don't know if you should do it now or you should wait a little bit, because it may have a big impact on your life. You have that experience from the past that sometimes we are starting things at the bad thing. So there's like a karmic weather. Astrology is the best tool to show it. And in this video, we'll be going through 5 rules, which I've learned through my more than 20 years journey in Vedic astrology, which will reflect or will answer this essential question. Should we start it now? Or maybe you are on the border of timing and you should wait a few months or maybe a year, depending on what's going on in your chart. So let's roll the intro and see what we can do with our chart to answer that question. So the first thing to investigate definitely will be the readiness of the moon. And that has the internal and external consequence. The internal is our mind, but external is the society. And the society works individually for each of us. And how it works is reflected by that exact rule, which we will be now analyzing. So if you are doing some risky step in your career life, then it's good to know if the society is now in the phase of giving you those resources, giving you those opportunities. So what has to be activated? Let's try to go from the basics. Career life is about the 10th house. So some of our astrologers would see the 10th house. We could also take the main karak of the 10th house, which is the Saturn. Some are saying, well, it's the Mercury, right? Mercury is the main one. So we could say how the dasha is the active planet at this point of time. For example, you may be in Rahu, Venus dasha. Rahu is the major period, Venus is the sub period. We always take the major and sub period into account. So you have your chart, you see the planets, you see your dasha, but now how to put all this together to answer this question. So when we talk about the readiness of the society, how the things are blessing us, then definitely we need to start from the karaka. Karaka means the planet. The society is shown by the moon, and if we want to see how the moon is supporting us in work, we need to see 10 from moon. So now we have the very important point. We have the reference point from which you can analyze the current period in which you are now. So see your dasha. Are you in Saturn, Jupiter? Maybe you are in Mars, Rahu. Maybe you are in Venus, Ketu, right? Each of us is in different period, and localize this 10 from the moon and see how these planets are from that point. Especially, you may take the Lord of the 10th house and see if this planet is activated through a dispositor, through aspect, or being the dasha planet itself, or even Navamsha dispositor often activates this planet. And what this really means, it means that there is something important happening to your career life. The doors are open. So this is good period to use for very important decision. So this is the first point. Let's now go to the second one. We want to be more specific, then we need divisional charts. And in Vedic astrology, the one related to the work is called Dashamsa. So Dashamsa is the separate chart with 12 houses, 9 planets. You have completely different placement of those planets than the main chart, which you probably know. And this is showing your karmic story of what is waiting for you in those different periods. So now you can take again this dasha, which period you are now, and you can see in the chart. But for this question to be answered, is it now good period to start something? You are considering, maybe you should wait a few months, see that dasha, and look for the planets of resources and availability, because you need that. You need to have this factor strong when you are committing some risky decisions, so you will not end up in some being stuck situation. You need to have those things open for you. So without further hiding this from you, it is the 4th from the sun. And in the Dashamsa, if you will localize this point and you will see how the Dasha is in reference to this point, you will have an answer if the world in that career life layer of existence is open for you. So even if that project will not fail, will you be able to land nicely? Will you be able still to find another job? So based on that, this is the one vote to give you answer. Yes, you can risk in the time, but you have to check more to be more safe. So let's see the third one. So when we are already on the Dashamsa chart, we can invite another important rule. And this has to do with the environment. For example, if you want to change the job or ask the boss for a rise or maybe start your business, any important decisions you are doing in career life, you don't want to be in a situation when there is something harsh, dramatic, difficult, or some conflict is going on in your environment of work. So this is the Dashamsa chart. So this is quite basic thing, but also you need to take it into consideration, especially the 3rd and 8th house Dasha, especially the 8th, will, if you are in that period, or especially the sub-period of the 8th house, then be careful because you may be fired. So whatever you are doing, the risk, or you may go to the peak of the consequence of the risk in that Dasha. And also you can see, so that is the main one, but also you can see are you in the period of planets which are well placed in the Dashamsa? Then it means that you are strong, you are stepping on a very solid foundation, and therefore it is giving you that strength for better decisions, or you will again land nicely if something will not work out for you. And therefore, sometimes between the two planets period, like for example, you may be at the end of Mars, and after that, of course, Rahu is starting. So you may have Rahu very strong in the 7th house, and Mars is badly placed, let's say, in the 6th, which is bad for business because it's 12 from 7. And let's say you want to start a business. So it is better, much better to wait a few months till the Rahu Dasha will start, you see, because then the 7th house will get activated. All the activities which will be related to business will be much more easy to do in that period of 7th house in the Dashamsa. So this is like a day and night for you. You may see the delays, you may see that both from the internal side, so you may have this internal conflicts, you don't want to do it. On one hand, you would like to be in business, but then you have some apprehension and things like that. And also the external world will not support. When the Rahu will come, which is related to the 7th house, like in our example, then the scenario is much smoother. So better timing, better decisions, everything is much better. So just open the Dashamsa, see the current period of your plans, and notice two things, right? One, if you are already in a job, is it related to the 8th house? This may end in being fired. And the second thing is, if you are into the business, if you want to start the business, see when the 7th house will get activated. For the freelance, we see for 9th house. And also, generally, are these planets now well placed in the Dashamsa? Then it means you are standing on the good foundation, you have much more strength to risk in your decisions. Now we are going to the 4th rule, which has to do with the personal fortune or personal strength of the ability to gain things, to collect things and win. This is quite important factor. But before do that, if you have any doubt about your health, relationship, career life, you would like to get more guidance there for timing, remedies, removing the blockages, you may schedule the consultation 60 or 90 minutes on the Zoom. The link is in the description. So how to see that strength of yours, that yes, you are in that phase of your life when you will win. And here we have twofold layers. One is that it seems like you would win, but you lose. There are those situations like in sports, right? We love those people who doesn't seem to win, and then suddenly they are overcoming everyone and they are getting the best position. We are always favoring these people, and many movies were created based on that story. And what is the thing? Many people, many astrologers would just go to the Lagna Lord, but Lagna Lord is more about your decisions. It doesn't really tell us if you will overcome something or the enterprise power and things like that. The much better thing is also related to the Lagna Lord, but it is something calculated on the Lagna Lord, which is the Aruda. And now, as I said, we have twofold layers here to check, the Rasi and Navamsha. This is very important because the Rasi shows how it is expected for you and for other people, the situation, the outcome, how it will be, and the Navamsha may totally flip the results. For example, if you have strong malefic in 3rd or 6th from Aruda, even in the 11, everyone is saying, you will win, it's a very good period, go on, start something new, it will be great. But if it's debilitated in the Navamsha, the failure is waiting. So if you have this period, you have to wait. It's not good. If these malefics are strong in Rasi, in the Navamsha, in 3rd, 6th, 11, then yes, you will win, you will collect results, you will progress, improve, things will be nice. So you need to check Rasi and Navamsha, malefic in 3rd, 6th, or 11, benefics in the other houses. And for the 3rd, 6th, the benefics should be weak. So if they are weak in Rasi, Navamsha, again, you are getting good outcome. If they are strong, then you are giving up. You don't have enough stamina. In some way, this benefic will overcome you. Now you have very important reference point and also very easy to check. See what sub-period you are in, like Rahu, Jupiter. So check the Jupiter, see where it is placed from the Aruda Lagna. Is it strong in Rasi, in Navamsha? Then you will know that this is good period. Whatever you will do, at least your position, your placement in society, because that is what the Aruda is showing, will not collapse. It will not fail. But imagine you are starting business at the malefic in the 6th from Aruda Lagna, which you feel like you can attain anything, and this is weak in Navamsha. So big desire and expectation, but there is not enough oil, not enough fuel to pull you through this competition, through this project, and in the middle basically will fail. So you need to take this into consideration. Now we have two more. The next one is very interesting, very general, but also is about stepping on the solid foundation. It is not auspicious if you start something when you are not feeling free to move and you are fighting with something else. It's like being in some COVID and you have to go and deliver a nice lecture to 500 people, but you are feeling that this disease is eating up you and you don't have this energy, you have the brain fog, and everything is like against you. So if you are in bad placement generally, then maybe you should wait. If, especially like I said, if you are at the border, sometimes, like I had many clients which are coming to me and in 2 months the dasha will totally change. So I always say in the situations that you didn't need to come to me. It would automatically change in the 2 months, so you don't need anything. We can just end here. Just wait these 2 months, the dasha will change. You don't need any tips, any remedies. You are on the edge, on the demarcation point between these two karmic setups. Among those situations when we are somewhat ill, right, symbolically, or even literally, then the peak or the worst thing would be the curse. Now, how to see the curse? We know the curses normally take the, like, if we read the Puranas, they are like years. And therefore the Mahadasha is normally seen. But what Mahadasha to use? How to use them? The best way is to use either Audaika or Narayana Dasha. If you want to learn this, then the link is in the description. But even for people who have Jagannath Hora installed, the software, or Devaguru, just see Narayana Dasha. And if that Narayana Dasha is related to the curse, what is the curse? It's just one planet afflicted by more than one malefic. Like you have Moon, and it is with Mars, aspected by Rahu. And this is something which we call curse of the moon. If Narayana Dasha is on that planet or lorded by the planet, then we can say that this is the time when the curse is active. This is the basic thing, and this is a very good indicator. You also should check it before committing any important decisions. And again, like I said, especially if you're on the border, maybe you need to wait 2 months or half a year before buying that house. Then the start also will be much more auspicious. You are starting from the better point, and it's just like putting the pencil in the ink, right? If you are in the better dasha, then you are writing in the future everything with that. So the auspicious start will also impact the whole development of the project. Therefore, we also reverse engineer. And if we want to check if something will end in success or not, we are often seeing in which time it has started. The last point is deciding. Very important, and it has nothing to do with the dasha. It has to do, however, with the timing system, because we have like at least 5 systems of timing, like transits, the dashas, we have progressions, and we have natural ages and things like that. We have also the yearly chart. So if the thing is not seen in the yearly chart, it will not be a major milestone. Right? So if we are talking about the debut, if we are talking about some success, you are waiting for that year to overcome something, then it needs to be there in the yearly chart. There are many systems how to check if that year will bring me that specific results, either relationship, property, career life, things like that. But definitely what you can do, and it will not fail you, is to check the 10th house. What is the condition of the 10th house in the yearly chart? Are there malefics? Do you have Saturn, Rahu, Mars there in that year? Then at least what you can do, you may say, oh, I cannot wait 12 months. I need to do something now. At least there is a system now to divide it into the months. Like you can use the Titi Ashtotri Dasha. Pandit Sanjay Rath is talking about using that Dasha. There are other ways to do it, but you can see which months now at least will be free of that 10th house contamination. The best will be to find a benefic also related to the 10th house, nicely placed, and use that dasha to gain the leverage over those malefics. Okay guys, so these 5 rules will definitely make you much better off when it comes to choosing or deciding, is this the proper year? Sometimes it will give you the answer, is this the proper month? So we are using all the resources to increase the chances of success. Why not to use this ancient system of astrology and wait for that specific period which can increase our chances of success. Okay guys, so that's all for today. If you would like to see how we are using the Dashamsa chart for defining the career, please consider watching this one.